Okay, guys, welcome back. Turn Green, Go Ham here, and we are ready to talk to Yosefka and see if we can get that extra dialogue.
You're safe, thank goodness. But I'm afraid nothing will change. I cannot open the door. I'll do what I can, of course. Perhaps this will help you, if only in some small way. Now go. I pray for your safety.
So a little different there. She prays for our safety. Just a really kind person, from what we can tell. And as you can see through the window, she looks the same at this point. See what happens after we kill the next boss, Father Gascoigne. One thing I should mention, after we kill Father Gascoigne, we're going to be going through a door. Once you go through that door, all the prices at the starting vendor here will change. They'll pretty close to double, I think. But if there's anything you want to buy at a cheap price, farm some blood echoes and buy it now. So for our our bar during the fight, we're going to put this tiny music box on. You remember the girl told you to play it for her father if you found him, so we're going to definitely want that on. I'm actually going to take the pebbles off. Pretty much just going to use the box and possibly some Molotovs. So we're going back to Central Yarnum. We'll take that shortcut. Go through the two ogres again, and I'll show you the bridge from this direction so you can see the difference. I just realized I've got the wrong weapon on, so we'll change that real quick. Into the saw spear. Now I want you to notice something. You saw last time how much damage our visceral attack did. Now, while it's true that visceral attacks scale with skill, there seems to be a little hidden scaling with them as well. Because you see there, we killed him with one visceral. So while visceral attacks really do scale with skill, you do still gain some as you go with other stats. It's most definitely not dependent on your weapon. The weapon, you'll notice when you do a visceral attack, is not even in your hand. So it has nothing to do with your weapon, it has everything to do with your stats. And I think it's majority scaling with skill, but I think your overall level scales it as well. So here's our bridge, and you'll notice way off in the distance you see they're carrying torches, and then above them you see the ball and the guy with the torch. So as we get closer, these guys will aggro. Then eventually you'll see the guy moves the torch. Here comes the ball. And kills him. So if you don't know that's coming, it could definitely give you a little trouble there when you're in the middle of the bridge if you're focusing on and have these guys targeted. The guy that lit the ball will take care of him. The different R2 maneuver I was talking about with the spear. Charge attack following by a sweep. Now the charge attack will stun them and push them back, but the sweep will really like knock them back, like ragdoll them, which is fantastic for what we're going to do in the chalice dungeon shortly. Those sweet, sweet blood vials. It's interesting, you can actually get that shield and use it as a weapon. I've never even tried it because it just seems ridiculous, but it is possible. You need to settle down there, bro. Take my health back, please. Oh. Okay, so here he is. Father Gascoigne. So, this guy, if you've played a lot of Dark Souls, Demon Souls, things like that, you're used to trying to space away from the boss. And while you could do that in the first phase, when he changes, it's very important that you stay very, very aggressive. You'll see what I'm talking about, but we're going to keep that tiny music box up there and be ready to use that because it'll get his attention in the second phase when he transforms into a wolf and give us a free opening for a backstab. Here we go.
Beasts all over the shop. You'll be one of them, sooner or later.
Gotta watch out for that shotgun. It will hurt you. I'm really bad with the parry timing on this guy. Nope. Ease up. Oh, tried to dodge through it, didn't quite get it. I don't think you can actually parry him on that jump attack now that I'm thinking about it. Need to quit aiming for that. You can use the tombstones and the trees when you need to back up and heal. There we go. Finally got a good visceral on him. Here comes the big weapon.
The sweet blood. Oh, it sings to me. It's enough to make a man sick.
And we've just about got him ready to transform here. There we go. So we're going to use the box. I'm just going to freak him out. And of course he backed up. Alright. We'll get him with a couple of fire bombs here. And down he goes. We had a shaky start there, but we pulled it out. Odin Tomb Key, or Uden, the way they say it here. Go ahead and light this. So that was Gascoigne. He definitely had a little response to the music box there, showing that that is indeed the girl's father. But unfortunately, we have something a little bit more sad over here. You remember what she told us? Her mother wears a big red jeweled brooch. So it looks like he, you know, succumbed to the bloodlust and killed his wife, and now the girl's an orphan. So we will have to go back and talk to her. But before we do that, we will open up this next area. Like I said, man, that little girl and her quest line get you in the heartstrings. Really sad. And we're about to meet. You're gonna look at him and you're gonna think gross, but he really is the nicest character in this entire game. Well, I guess other than the little girl. Piece of lore over here. The Bergamore spider hides all manner of rituals and keeps our lost master from us. A terrible shame. It makes my head shudder uncontrollably. So that's this is you know, the first we've heard about Bergenworth. We'll hear more about that as we go. Blood gem workshop tool. So that allows us to put special gems in our weapon to make it more powerful. Here we are, Cathedral Ward. Let's go ahead and light this lamp, and we've got an NPC to talk to. Like I said, he's he doesn't look awesome. There's definitely something wrong with him. But as we talk to him, you'll realize he's super kind-hearted. It's odd.
Hmm? Oh, you must be a hunter. Very sorry. The incense must have masked your scent. Good, good. I've been waiting for one of your ilk. These hunts have everyone all locked up inside, waiting for it to end. It always does, always has, you know, since forever. But it won't end nicely, not this time. Even some folks hiding inside are going bad. The screams of women folk, the stench of blood, the snarls of beasts, none of them's too uncommon now. Yarnum's done for, I tell ya. But if you spot anyone with their wits about 'em, tell 'em about this here Erden Chapel. They'll be safe here. The incense wards off the beasts. Spread the word. Tell 'em to come on over, if you wouldn't mind.
So a couple of things there. First of all, he seems really nice, almost to the point where you're like, I don't trust this guy, right? But no, he really is a nice guy. But the other thing he talked about was the incense. So first of all, he can't see us. He's blind. He was telling who we were by our scent. The incense kind of messed up his smell there. But beyond that, the incense masks scent. It detracts beasts. So now that really makes sense why all of these doors that we went to had incense on them, because they're trying to keep the beasts at bay during the hunt.
I know I shouldn't be asking you, but if you happen upon someone while hunting, tell them about this here Erden Chapel, if they seem worth being told, that is. Oh, and I do sincerely hope they are.
He's just a nice guy. So anyway, by talking to him, you unlock this area, to be a safe haven for NPCs that you come across. So you remember the lady we were talking to that asked if there were any safe places? She'll want to know about this place. The little girl's a special case. We'll get to her in a minute. But what we also want to do is jump over to Yosefka's clinic real quick. Because there's a change that's happened there, and it does actually unlock that area as a travel point as well. Or a safe haven. Oh, it's not really a safe, it's really a travel point. You'll get what I'm saying. So if we look here, first of all, she had darker hair. Now it's more blondish, light brunette. Look. She's got a weapon in her hand.
Oh, well, hello. Splendid. Let me ask you a small kindness. You're soon off to hunt, I presume? Then, if you find any survivors, tell them to seek Yosefka's clinic. Upon my Hippocratic oath, if they are yet human, I will look after them. Perhaps even cure them. This sickness, these beasts, they are not to be feared. This time the night is long. I may be trapped here, but I should do something to help. I'll even offer a reward for your cooperation. Tempted? Well, off you go then.
So several things. First off, that's a different voice. So she's not the same person. She's holding a weapon, and she's bribing you to send people here. So most likely this is the person not to trust. And we'll get into what happens to people who come here later, but a couple of red flags there.
If you find anyone who you can assure them, please.
So anyway, just wanted to show that off, and now it is unlocked as a travel point, which we needed unlocked as a travel point for later in the game anyway. Let's go back. We'll go ahead and level up while we're at the Hunter's Dream. And then we're going to go talk to a couple of NPCs and get their story progressed.
Well, what is it you just... Very well, let me...
Go ahead and do Arcane this time. You'll see why in a minute. Because we've beat Gascoigne, a few things open up. We're going to go back to Central Yharnam first. And we're going to talk to this guy.
You needn't concern yourself with me. I'm afraid I'm of little help now. But before I did this, I made no use of it, but perhaps you. What afflicted me was incurable, but this town gave me hope. Their strange blood bought me time. I was most fortunate, unharmed by the plague of beasts. I can even die human.
So he took the blood ministration that they're talking about, but he didn't turn into everything we're hunting. He just got a little bit longer life.
Don't you worry about me.
So he's gonna die. But the cool thing is he gave us this weapon, the flame sprayer. Now if you look at it, it's got arcane scaling on it, and it does fire attacks. So this is going to be an early weapon that we can really use, especially on beasts. It's going to be very helpful. We'll go ahead and put it on, and we do want to level it up after we get some blood shards. Now we need to go talk to the little girl again. And the lady over here. Always kill them when you got the chance. Now we all remember the rude lady.
So what is it now? Are much better ways to pass the time. Unless you found me a nice safe place.
So we want her to live. You can send her either place, but Uden Chapel is the safe place.
Well, what do you know? An outsider worth a lick of salt. Well, don't just stand there. Don't you have work to do? Go slit some throats. Get this mess done with.
Very, very bossy. Okay, so now that we've done that, we're going to run over and talk to the little girl real quick. What are you doing there? You're supposed to be by the post. Grab some quicksilver bullets because we are low on those. Actually, the other way I think would be quicker. We're pretty much just gonna run past all of these guys. Take care of you because you're just standing there. And then it's time for serpentine. Serpentine maneuvers. I don't have time for you. Excuse me, coming through. Don't shoot me. Ooh. You'll remember the gate we opened over here. That's the shortcut to the little girl. So we have a choice to make here about what to tell her.
Hello, Miss Hunter. Still can't find my mum.
So if we give her the red jeweled brooch, she knows that her father and mother are dead and she's all alone. That being said, you can then tell her a place to go. I mean, I'm spoiling it here, but she's not going to make it wherever you tell her to go. She's a kid. She can't make it through this town. So why break her heart? Let's keep the jeweled brooch because it actually becomes a useful gem.
Oh, okay. I can wait. But isn't there something I can do? Maybe Mum and Dad are stuck out there, waiting for me to come and find them. What do you think, Miss Hunter?
So if we withhold information, she'll stay here, but her quest won't progress. If we tell her to go to Yosefka's clinic or Uden Chapel, she's not gonna make it. So we'll just tell her Uden Chapel.
Yes, okay. Thank you, Miss Hunter. I love you almost as much as Mum and Dad.
And Granddad.
And now we feel horrible for telling her to leave her house. Regardless, we're gonna get an item from that later. So it does progress some other storylines. We got some bold hunter's marks earlier, so we'll go ahead and use that to get out of here. And we will head back one more time to the Hunter's Dream. We're going to check and see if we have enough Bloodstone shards to upgrade the Flame Sprayer real quick. Where we're going, we're eventually going to want that at +3. But even at +1 or +2, it'll help us a lot with beasts. So, especially dogs. It's really, really good for dogs. Talk to Gurman here in a second, too. Got enough for +1. Don't forget, in this game, you do have to repair your items. When they break, they do significantly less damage. Oh, and one other thing. Since we have the blood gem tool, and we just got a blood gem, go ahead and put that in one of our weapons. So this will give us physical attack up 2.7 and boost rally potential 1.8%. So rally, what I was talking about, when you take damage, you can get health back. This boosts the amount of damage that you can, or the amount of health that you can gain back. Go ahead and socket that.
The moon is close. It will be a long hunt tonight. If the beasts loom large and threaten to crush your spirits, seek a holy chalice, as every hunter before you has. A holy chalice will reveal the tomb of the gods, where hunters partake in communion.
So now he's telling us we need to go find a chalice.
Most of the holy chalices lie deep within the tomb of the gods, and the few that found their way to the surface were lost again in the hands of men. But if the old hunter tales remain true, one of the holy chalices is worshipped in the valley hamlet. Yet the town is in disarray. It was burned and abandoned for fear of the scourge. Home now only to beasts. The perfect place for a hunter, wouldn't you say?
So we are after the Valley Hamlet so that we can go get this chalice. I don't think we have enough for a level. Let's check.
Very well,
Nope, not quite.
Fair.
So back we go to Cathedral Ward. I realized there was a lot of lore this episode, a lot of quest lines, but it's stuff that we got to knock out so we can, get the rewards and move the story forward. So we are just short of 30 minutes, so I think we're going to wrap up the episode here at Cathedral Ward. When we return, we're going to head our way down. First of all, we're going to take care of some areas right here around Cathedral Ward, grab some important items, and then we'll be heading down to what he called the Valley, but it's where the town of beasts resides. So we'll see you in the next video, guys. If you enjoyed it, leave me a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think, how you're enjoying the series. It won't be long now before we start getting some really powerful stuff on the hunter here, so Join me for that, and until then, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.